Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is Go Again, a fabulous video cast covering the trading card game Flesh and Blood. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
Hello Fab folks, welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast. Tonight we are talking my front pump Dorinthea deck updated for Monarch. Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again today. Finally sitting down and going through the list for Dorinthea for updated for Monarch. It's gone through a bit of a metamorphosis, if you will. I used to focus in on more of the multi-hit strategy, very heavy on that. And now I've really kind of leaned pretty heavy into the front pump, which I don't think is unique to me. I think a lot of people have really moved for that, and we can talk about that more as we go through. But it's kind of interesting, on a personal note, I found it really hard to get motivated to shoot this particular episode. I've been playing this deck for a couple weeks. I've had it ready to go, even for like a week before I was able to actually get it on the table. And for some reason, every time I sit down to shoot this, or I'm like, oh, I should go shoot this episode, I haven't done it, just because it felt like there was more pressing things to do. And I think that's the wrong attitude, right? It's almost like, well, I'd rather play Bolton or Prism, and yeah, they're the new sexy. I get it, but I think Dorinthea is still in a really good spot. Probably still in Caustic Constructed. I think Bolton's pretty good in CC, but in Blitz, I think this front pump Dorinthea build, which let's be honest, that was very heavy into the last Skirmish season as well. So it's not like I'm, making any bold statements on that. But so anyway, I'm just kind of trailing off here. But like I said, it's been very interesting because, I think this is a really strong deck. And I think just the fact that I'm so used to playing it, I've got a lot of experience with it, I think is why, it doesn't seem very exciting, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. So what I wanted to take for the approach tonight was, what I want to do is I want to go through the kind of the new cards or the new changes. And then we'll run through the list, and then we'll kind of talk kind of the overall strategy change. I don't want to spend too much time going through the actual basic Dorinthea strategy, because we've done that like 19 times on this channel already, right? So the new cards just going down. So the first one is Nourishing Emptiness. This one goes in as a one of, and it doesn't matter when you draw it, because it's the only attack action we're playing. So you get the bonus from it no matter when you play it. 2 is an interesting cost for Dorinthea, but you know what? I hear Dorinthea having lots of cards is actually a pretty good thing. That's a pretty generic statement, but 5-card Dorinthea is pretty scary, especially if you're able to Arsenal 1 when you go for Nourishing Emptiness. All right, so another one on here is Plow Through. So Plow Through does technically work for the multi-hit strategy as well, because it carries through the entire turn if you can give it that. Again, remember, fundamental Dorinthea is that you basically work off 3 resources, or at least that's really the way I do her, especially because I don't have a tunic, and I generally build my decks without tunic because I don't have one, and you have courage, which I kind of like with her, so especially in Blitz, right? It'd be different in CC. But so anyway, plow through carries through. It is a little odd because you'd have to, like, let's say your typical turn of a 3-drop. Of a 3-pitch would be, let's say, a Warrior's Valor into Plow Through into Swing. You have to find that 4th resource, so it does make it a little awkward. But again, Plow Through still works on the bonus even if you only swing once that turn. So it works well. Plus, you do have the courage turn. You can try and combo that in, however you want to make it work. So those are really the big overall changes. I have cycled in a couple because of just how kind of some of the changes work. I have added some extra hit and runs Hit and Run is not a new card by any means, but I used to run only the 3-pitch Hit and Run, and now we're running the yellow as well, just to kind of change up the hit. So let's go ahead and go through the list. So from weapon standpoint, running Dawnblade, no point in including anything else. I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. For equipment, we have the Skull Cap, we have the Bracers, we have the Courage, and then we have the Bolters. I have Valiant Dynamo on here just cause, I guess, like just cause I can. Honestly, you don't need Valiant Dynamo with Dorinthea. Like it's really one of those like not worth the. I mean, Valiant Dynamo is really good. I'm not saying it's not, but in terms of like going out and spending $120 for, you know, that's not what it's worth right now. I'm just saying like presumably down the line and unlimited when Rainbow Flows are coming out, it'll be 100. You know, assuming it's in the $100 range. I don't think the value's there for you, right? Just play the Bolters, which cost you like literally 1/100th of the cost, right? So then we've got the Null Rune package, just so you have some flexibility there, because we have the room. For red, we're playing 2 Dauntless, 2 Fate for Scenes. Dauntless is so good, dude. 2 Fate for Scenes, 2 Iron Song responses. That's the red attack react. The Nourishing Emptiness. 2 Out for Bloods. 2 Sharpened Steels. 2 Spoils of War. No surprise there. I'm only playing 1 Steel Blade. That's because we're using the other for Nourishing. It's also because I only have 1 Steel Blade Supremacy. Again, it's something you could definitely tool around with other stuff if you do have 2 and want to run 2. It's just mine. So 2 Plow Throughs, 2 Sink Belows, and 2 Warrior's Valor. For yellow, I have 2 Hit and Runs, 2 Iron Song Determination. I hear that card's pretty good with Dorinthea. Gonna try it out. No, seriously, that's a staple in Dorinthea, right? 2 Sharpened Steels, and then 2 Singing Steel Blades. For blue, we're playing 2 Dauntless. Great card. The blue Dauntless is a great card, right? Utility and gets you done what you need. 2 Glints, 2 Hit and Runs, 2 Iron Song Response. I do like that one as the just kind of went over the top. You know, you could here, if you want, you could play Lunge, like Lunging Press. You could do that too, or you could, because you don't need to worry about the reprice. But Iron Song Response just seems to fit. 2 Shunts and then 2 Valors. And again, most of the time these blues you're pitching to try to be functional, but you know, something like Glint or Hit and Run, they can step up when you need them. Right, so that's the list. Now, the metamorphosis this deck, I think, like I said, I've really shifted significantly from, you know, the multi-hit strategy, trying to be heavy on that. And we do have Spoils of War in here, right? So you are trying to do that, but we're not playing, you know, we're not playing Drive, right? That's been out. So really what you're trying to do is just, you know, swing for 7, swing for 8. What you do want to do, I mean, there are some key combos here that I think are, you know, pretty self-explanatory, right? Obviously, on a Spoils of War turn, you want to try to load heavy and get your multi-hits in, right? So you have a couple in here. You have Spoils of War, you have your Iron Song Determinations. Those are the ones you specifically want to try and arsenal and then come out on, so that you can try and make sure that you get hits both, because you want that counter, right? And then what they're going to do, any good player, like you just have to accept this going in, right? I know that there's the dream of like having this counter on the whole game. It's not going to happen, because what someone's going to, especially when you get a counter on, once you do, someone's just going to dump their hand, right? And they're going to drop it. And you just have to accept that and know it. But that's okay, because it made them drop their hand and it still puts you in the driver's seat, right? So all of your math, again, at least with my experience, all of your math needs to be fundamentally built on being a 3 swing, right? A 3 for 1, which is, again, a fundamental cost curve for Dorinthea, and it's okay, right? So like I said, most of the time, you're just depending on that as a repeatable attack to continue to put pressure. That's really all you're using this for. And hopefully I'm not saying that in like an underselling way. Like, it's a very, very good thing, right? We're trying to, everything around here is meant to focus around our weapon, pump our weapon, and send a big swing. And if you can set it up such that you can get multiple swings, even better. But focus on that first swing first, right? Don't do the weird hit and run thing where you like try to do something and then like, it is much better in this deck, at least with the way I'm playing it, it is much better to swing for 9 than it is to swing for 5 twice or something like that, right? That's really, because you'll notice going through this, there's actually a pretty significant decrease, you know, there's a lack overall compared to some lists out there of the number of attack reacts in this list, right? It's all about just throwing it out, right? Your Dauntless, your Iron Song Determinations, right? They create a situation even before you swing where it makes it harder for them or more challenging, or, you know, they have to do their math, right? And it puts them on their back heel so that they can't have their ideal turn, and that's what I really like about this. So anyway, that's the full list broken down. I mean, at this point, we've run through Dorinthea 19,000 different times on this channel. Everybody else has run it. It's no secret that she's very, very strong. So I don't think I'm cracking any eggs, making any omelets here. But this is my personal list. It really works for me. There's of course room for improvement. There always is, and I think that we'll kind of figure that out as things continue to evolve. But anyway, thanks for checking me out. Let me know, you guys out there, it's not like nobody else has played Dorinthea before. Chime in, right? Help the community, kind of build, evolve. And, I love learning stuff too. So anyway, thanks folks for joining me. I want to remind everybody, the singles are coming. So Unlimited, I've heard, is getting delayed from most people again. And then who knows how this box thing's going to die. I've heard Europe is already delayed for the new box problem that's going on. So we'll see how that all flushes out. But when singles do hit, my buddy over at Fab Foundry, he's raring and ready to go. He's got stuff ready to go. Go get those singles from him. Skirmish season is, heck, we're in the middle of skirmish season, and my friends over at Gun Guy, they have a skirmish coming up at the end of this month, which is not that far away. I'm really hoping Unlimited here gets there by then, because otherwise our community's going to have a very interesting card pool. But we'll see how it flushes out. So you can also check out my friends over at Gun Guy. 10% off at checkout, Commando 10. Helps out the community. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in always. And if nothing else, folks, go Commando.